Hello learners, in this session we will discuss about how to deal with the fill in the blanks category of the questions in the IELTS reading. There are few strategies you should keep in your mind before dealing with that. So I'm going to discuss here. The first strategy is read the incomplete sentences first and think about which word can fit there. So my recommendation to you that read the statement before blank very carefully, which word is coming up before blank, and after the blank which word is coming up. Read that, then you can figure out the answer from the passage, then which word can fit there. So it's very important to understand that. Number two, understand which form of the word will fit there, like adjective, noun, adverb. Basically sometime what happens that the word which you are getting up in the passage, it can be a noun, but you are using as an adjective in the passage. So make sure that whether n should come before article like a, n or the. This is also very important. Grammatically the structure should be correct, guys. And make sure that you understand the instructions before. If that is saying no more than 3 words, do not write down more than 3 words. If there is one word, it should be only one word answer there. Number 3, make sure that your answer doesn't exceed the word limit. That's very important to understand that you should not write down more than word limit that is given to you. 4, take care of the synonyms. I have already explained before, guys, they use synonyms to confuse you. So make sure, guys, you have to understand the synonyms from the passage. Sometimes the fill in the blanks question may come like in this way. They give you different choices, like down, they have different choices of the words. You need to pick those words from the choices and put there. But what happened exactly that you do not get the same word in the passage. For example, answer is happiness. The option they have given you happiness, and you're searching the same word in the passage, they have not written there. Their answer is rejoice. So understand they have used the synonyms to confuse you. So you can simply circle happiness and put there. Now, based on the tricks, let's have a look on the passage which is in front of you now. Now, let's discuss some questions based on the passage of fill in the blanks. Here we have the questions. The first time that an dash of air rage was recorded in the 1940s, but the passengers was never actually charged for an offense because there were no clear rules placed to specify where to prosecute. It was later that it would be the country where the plane is registered. Air rage has significantly since this time, growing by a staggering 400% from 1995 to 1998. Air rage is to be a major problem in the future as air travel increases, as do levels of aggression. Angry can put everyone in danger, including the pilots, the crew, and the other passengers, with some form of being the most common consequence. So now, guys, we have a choices of the word here, that is predicted, rose, incident, increase, injury, established, passengers, hoped, found, assault. You need to pick the word and fill there in the questions. So based on the passage, if you read it, the first answer I have mentioned here, the first time that an answer is incident of air rage, and it is grammatically that is fitting there, incident. Why? Because if you read in the passage, they have written the case. That incident is the synonym of the that is case. So we have mentioned the this answer, that is incident. Second is was later established. Basically the established means to discover something. So we have mentioned there that the answer, there were no clear rules placed to specify where to prosecute. It was later established, that means it was discovered something later that. Third answer is air rage has increased. We have mentioned the answer. Why not rose? Because rose, if you write down the rose word, it will not fit there grammatically. So that's the reason we have used the increased. Fourth answer is air rage is predicted, because we are talking about future. The future is being discussed. That's the reason we are air rage is predicted to be a major problem in the future. We are talking about the future, so we have to use the predicted. Next word, angry passengers. Right, because it's we have written here that is passengers, because it should be plural. If you will be using as a singular, you have to use the article before that, and. So that's the reason we have used angry passengers can put everyone in danger, including the pilots, the crew, and the other passengers, with some form of Finally, assault. Assault we have used now because that's the part of, you cannot without injury you get assaulted. So this is basically without getting injured you have to get assault, being the most common consequence. That was the consequence of that. That's the reason we have used the word assault. This is the way to find out the answer, guys, and make sure synonyms are very important. Read the passage very carefully to figure out the answer.